Hey, yes, you can over-improve a house and lose value in the process. That's what we're going to talk about today. So let's get started. Okay, so this sounds crazy, doesn't it? But it's one thing to hope you've got the nicest home on the block, but then the other is if you actually do have the nicest, and the latter there being that it doesn't work in your benefit when you're trying to sell. So what it comes down to is determining what the market value of the home is. And in a nutshell, the market value is what a buyer is going to pay for the home, not just what you've added to it to make it so extra. And that doesn't mean what they're going to offer you for the home, okay? And the proof of what a buyer is going to pay and actually pay is by knowing what things have actually sold for in your neighborhood for actual sales price. That's going to tell you what the market is willing to pay for. So the reality is if you make improvements that you think are going to add to the home, sometimes you want to think about it that it might be more for your comfort and not for the value of the home. Because if you add too much, it's going to be, again, it's for the comfort for you, but it doesn't help match the value of what's in the home. I had a person contact me about 3 years ago, had a home that she had added a whole nother section, converted like a garage area, made a whole nother room, almost like a mother-in-law apartment, a second kitchen, an add-on, because she was taking care of the folks. She was in an area of about $260,000 homes. She was trying to sell this thing by herself for like $460 because she thought, well, it's got all these extra. It had, 5 extra bedrooms, but everything in the neighborhood only had 2 and 3 and was selling for $180 to $250. Her logic behind this was that there was another neighborhood a couple miles away that all had $600 to $800 to $1 million homes. So she thought that should just, create the value. But it's not. It's got to be like in the neighborhood. Let's be honest. Would you pay $500,000 for a $200,000 home or a neighborhood of $200,000 home, knowing you'd never get that out of it again? So stop. Think before you do some of those remodels. Even individual rooms can be over improved and return zero, nothing, the big zilch on your investment. So stop and think about what you're renovating. So most Americans will renovate the kitchen or the bathroom. So before you go doing that, make sure it's for your own enjoyment and your comfort, because it may not give you the value that you want for what the area homes have. So if you plan on moving soon and the rooms just need some minimal work, do that. Do the work that needs to be done to help upgrade it to the fact that it'll match the neighborhood and get the best price for you. Katie Severinson's book, The Complete Idiot's Guide to Selling Your Home, she makes a good point. If you're going to add the $1 million upgrades, then wait and just do it to the $1 million home that you buy. So even if you aren't planning on moving in the near future, just think about some of the renovations you do, because they will be for your comfort. They may not be something that you're going to get the value back on when you go to move in the future. Call us before you make those home improvements, please. Before you take that first nail out and start to hammer it in, let's take a look and maybe see what the market value of your home is and what things are done in the neighborhoods there that have improved the values of the homes, so that you might see, something that can be comfortable for you and be used for enjoyment, but also is going to create some value. So in the long run, you'll have a place to sell and get your money back, and maybe even get some extra bonus to go on to your next room. Maintaining your home is far more important than updating it. If you've kept up with the maintenance, then when it comes time to sell, it might be just some cosmetic fixes that will bring you the most value. Take your time, think about it. Give me a call if you need a chance to look, and let's do some comparisons before you hammer that first nail. Otherwise, thank you for listening. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you on the next time. Bye-bye.